No, I think the main thing is trust when it comes to, voting and democracy. And I think that's what the current president was going on, saying that his party is very honest, they're not corrupt. But have they been honest? Started off, I can remember when the government, the first issue was the former speaker, with his regard to his education qualifications. I don't know, he has said that he's going to Japan, that to bring his qualifications back. I don't know whether he's back or not. So likewise, there were so many other MPs from the government who had issues like that. So what I'm saying is, if you're really honest as a president, when the president knows there's these kind of things, you're blatantly lying to your voter, saying that if you're not an engineer, you don't have to be embarrassed. If you haven't done your O-levels, if you haven't done your A-levels, or if you have your masters, or even if you're a doctor. It's all about practicality. No point, studying until you become a doctor or whatever. It's all about practice. That's why even you graduate becoming a doctor, you have to have practical knowledge of doing operation or whatever. So what I'm saying is, where's the real action taken? Personally, what I believe is, if someone's at fault and if someone has lied, and if we went on saying, there are honest people in our ranks and no corruption and we are honest, and if you have blatantly lied to the people to get votes, to say that you're a professional, and if you're not. If I was the president, I would take action saying they should be kicked out of parliament. So, because if you really want the honest change, what the people really want, then you have to start it. So I think likewise, the promises given by the government before the election, that's what I'm saying. I think that's why either you come out saying that you all were wrong, or the government was wrong, or we could have done, we are doing things differently, just be honest, or I think to cover a lie, you're telling another 100 lies. Like what I'm saying is, now recently AKD went to India, and now he's talking about the Trincomalee, the tanks. And that project was, initially started with, I think Udaya Gammampila signed it with India. So I don't know the details on it, but I know he signed it with India in 2022. So, but at that point, what AKD said, going on saying that these are unnecessary investments, that India is trying to take over Sri Lanka, and many, especially now I saw at his speech in Kalutara yesterday, he was going on about the Chinese investments and how there's another conference hall like BMICH going to be built by the Chinese at the port city. If AKD was in the opposition right now, he would be talking about saying we have BMICH, we have one in Hambantota, can't remember the name. We have two, why are you all building another one in Colombo? So what I'm saying is, what I asked the people and the MPP also is, just imagine, when there was an investment coming into Sri Lanka every time. Right now, that's why you don't see the opposition SJB, criticizing government when investments are flowing in. When Adani came into, this huge wind power projects, Sri Lanka needs investments. That's the bottom line. Because we are always complaining if an investment is coming in, we are always, getting on the roads, seeing, we are always negative about it. I think that's why we are here right now. We talk about becoming a Singapore or becoming a Malaysia, or, we can be one of the biggest countries in the South Asian region, but we are not with our location and all that. But we are not, because I think the past, the JVP, I'm not blaming the MPP and the newcomers because they have nothing to do with this, but AKD is partly responsible, because and there are enough and more, examples. Any investment, like I can show enough and more videos right now on my phone, how he criticized the Indian government. the Chinese government for investments.